10-6 is not like a great open considering how loose this guy Uncle Pat's playing. Probably should have been a fold there pre-flop. I just think I'm going to want a little bit better of a hand. And then also, that's one of those spots where I was saying before, like, I should be at least 1.5xing it and probably 2xing the hands that I do want to play. But he's gone now. Didn't want to 3-bet the ace-7 because Diego Casillas is playing 13-9 over 47 hands. So assume he's just going to be very, very tight, and don't want to really try to fight against such a tight range with a hand that really that's going to be dominated so frequently. So open king jack in the bottom left. Get a decent flop. Absolutely going to c-bet. My default for almost all these situations is going to be to c-bet much more often than I would normally. Like if you've seen like my previous videos on 2-4, one of the things I mentioned was I was very picky and choosy about the spots where I wanted to c-bet because I generally was planning on firing multiple barrels. The reason for me wanting to c-bet so much more frequently in these instances is because I just don't know anything about these guys. So if I want to be able to play better against them in the future, I need to bet more frequently on different types of boards just to get a feel for how they are going to be responding. So I'm going to bet there. Turn comes in 8, which, yeah, he could have a straight with Jack 10 if possible. He is 3-betting quite a bit though, so I have to think that like most of the connector type hands that he's going to 3-bet me with, and I think that all pairs better than 10s and better, and potentially 9s also he's going to 3-bet. So I think a lot of times he's going to have like pocket 7s, pocket 6s, maybe, I mean, if he has 8-9, obviously he's not folding. If he has Jack 10, obviously he's not folding, but I do think he's 3-betting this. And he can have a queen, but I just want to bet, I'm just going to bet 3 streets here, hoping he doesn't have 9-8 or Jack 10, because I think that like ace queen would 3-bet me. So like I really think the only other hand that he could have that's going to calm me down 3 streets is specifically king queen. And I still have a 10 that could fall, or the board could get a little bit scarier. Like I think if I bet the turn and he calls, now I think way less often does he have a hand like pocket 6s or pocket 7s. So on a river 6 or 7, I can still potentially buff him off king queen if that's what he has. So I'm gonna bet the turn. This thing with the 4s here, this was a mistake. For some reason, because I haven't played these stakes in so long, I probably haven't played these stakes in like 3 years, but just the 350 threw me off for some reason. I thought it was a normal raise, but this is clearly a mistake. Don't do this. With the king 10, I'm probably going to call this 3-bet here, except that we see my bankroll manager called 4 bets, so now I have no option but to fold. But I would have called there since that guy he's been squeezing so much and 3-betting so much. I didn't really want to 4-bet that hand. I figured it would be good enough against the range I perceive him to have. So in that instance, like because my read is much clearer on his range, I feel, than it was on Escape Wonderland at that point where I had the ace jack and I 4-bet. Like I didn't have as nearly good idea of his range, so I felt I didn't feel nearly as comfortable calling with the ace jack. But in that particular situation with the king 10, I would have felt much more comfortable calling. So I'll get the small blind open into me here. Obviously going to 3-bet with the pocket jacks. And he very quickly makes a 4-bet. So what I'm going to do is 5-bet and call it off. He looks to be playing very, very loose, 38-38 with 44% 3-bet over 27 hands. So that makes jacks a pretty slam dunk here. He goes to 7, so I'm probably going to go somewhere around 15. With the king 9, I could 4-bet here, but Parrot, I just call him Parrot. It's been 8 hands and he hasn't played one, so gonna let him have this one.